Hi, I'm Sofia Isella, and I'm at Reading Festival.
I was watching your show, and I can't picture where you should be performing, because it would sound great in a club with like a really good club system. It would sound good in a big arena with loads of space. Like, it would probably look and sound cool in a cathedral. Like, when you're writing, whereabouts do you hear your music? Is there any like space?
I've performed everywhere. I don't know. I love playing small rooms. I love playing big rooms. I grew up playing, when I started playing live, I would play empty bars to opening giant festivals, and it was a constant back and forth. And I'm still in a back and forth, like, I'll open for somebody or play a giant festival. Like, the biggest one I played is Wembley. And then I've also played like a club with 100 people. And I love all of them. I truly love all of them.
It's interesting because I can't think of an artist for a long time. Because like David Byrne's got that theory about like a lot of music is made to sound like the spaces it's in. And a lot of your music will be like, it feels like this doom scroll has a soundtrack. And like, and I know you reference the internet and like the kind of the tension it feels of living in the world online right now is like, is that maybe more where your music fits or?
Well, I'm a giant addict. So I write about that because I'm so addicted, painfully addicted.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes from.
Who would you say was the most impactful artist of the last 25 years?
This is not a musician, but Awad. Mona Awad, she's a writer. Sylvia Plath, Margaret Atwood.
Yeah.
A lot of writers are a lot of my biggest inspiration.
Can you finish this sentence? This is your next question. An album from the last 25 years that more people need to hear.
So I was talking to you about this earlier. There's an EP from 9 Inch Nails. It's not an album. It's like a little collection. It's called Add Violence, I think. There's a song called The Lovers on it. It's a genius little tiny. And also, Halsey has a phenomenal record called If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power, which is actually how I discovered 9 Inch Nails in the first place. It's genius.
She's extraordinary. I saw her play in Mexico maybe 10 years ago, just as like the first record came out.
Yeah.
The power she's got is extraordinary.
She's phenomenal. And that record is so underrated. So underrated. I could sing the whole thing. Like, I know the transitions in the songs. That's amazing.
How did you feel the first time you heard 9 Inch Nails? Because you were making classical music, and were you always like really big into rock, or
no.
Was there another gateway drug artist for you?
Well, the Halsey record, because I was like, who produced this? This is so different from her other records. So I deep dove into that. And also my dad's a big 9 Inch Nails fan. So he put me onto that, and I think I connected the dots. But no, I was not into, I hated pop as an 8-year-old. I grew up on Scottish fiddle music, and if anyone played the top 100, I would physically plug my ears and refuse to let it enter me.
And is it production, like with that violence? Like,
I
thought it was fascinating digging around your YouTube channel. You talk a lot about production.
Yeah.
And I heard Chino Marino from Deftones talk recently about how obsessed he is with sound.
Yeah.
And I called my website Drown in Sound, and I didn't really think about how obsessed I am with sound.
Yeah.
And how sound is something we talk about music a lot, but we don't always talk about sounds. Like, was Trent's like world of noise and gentleness and.
But what I love about Trent is that it's obviously very rage, but there's so many things in it to notice, like so many production elements, and he really plays with the audience a lot, which is something I love about it.
Hayley Williams just released a series of singles, and I noticed you've released lots of singles and not an album. What do you think? Are you waiting to figure out when you've got a body of work that feels like a record, or do you think the songs are more important? Like, I'm curious, like, your view on like what the album really means anymore.
I've just been having this conversation, and the thing I love about EPs is that I will do an album. I love an album. But what I love about EPs is that there are these little worlds that I love releasing music, and I love instantly creating different worlds. And EPs are very, like, easy to constantly be creative and keep that moving.
How important do you think it is, especially for people discovering your music, and especially as quite a lot of them are quite young women, to see that you're doing you're putting it all together? Do you think it's important, or do you think it's just part of
I don't know anyone who would answer that question as it's not important. I feel like it's like the artists that I love are very much hands in on everything. It's hard for me to feel attached to something as much if it's not one or two people controlling the narrative in general. So that's just what I naturally gravitate towards.
And one last question. You've obviously played one of the smallest stages of Reading this year, and I can imagine you must be dreaming of when you can do the big stage production, and like whereabouts is your imagination going with what the show might look and feel like?
Well, what I love about the small stages and where we are right now is that everything is so raw. And I also love, I'm truly a happy camper wherever I go, because I was just playing Amsterdam. And it was one of the smaller venues on my headline tour. And I could just see every single person in the back. And when I go into the crowd, you know, it's easier to go into the crowd if there's no barrier. And at the small venues, there's no barrier, and I can put my forehead to their forehead. And that's something that I would miss at bigger shows. So I'm just very happy anyway.